You ask her later why she liked him and she just shrugs. I don't know, he was just different. She is not being vague on purpose. Most attraction does not happen on a conscious level at all. It happens underneath, in patterns she is not even aware she is running, shaped by psychology more than by jawlines or job titles. The guy who actually understands a few of these patterns has an advantage that has nothing to do with looks. Today we are breaking down 7 real psychological facts about female attraction. The kind backed by actual psychology, not pickup line nonsense. Welcome to Dear Myra. Fact 1. The mirror effect. She is not just attracted to you. She is attracted to who she gets to be around you. If she feels funnier, sharper, more relaxed, more herself in your company, her brain quietly credits you for that feeling. Picture this. 2 guys say the exact same compliment to her on 2 different nights. With one she feels seen. With the other the same words feel hollow. The difference was never the sentence. It was how safe and good she felt in that moment in his presence. Attraction is rarely about you. It is about the version of her that shows up when you are around. Fact 2. The mystery effect. Named after a psychologist called Zygarnik. Our brains remember unfinished things far more than finished ones. A conversation that gets cut off mid-sentence sits in her head longer than one that wrapped up neatly. That is why the guy who is a little hard to fully read, not cold, just not an open book, stays on her mind longer than the guy who explains every single thing about himself on the first date. She is not chasing mystery for the drama. Her brain is just doing what brains do with anything left incomplete. It keeps pulling her back to finish the thought. Fact 3. Mirroring. When 2 people are genuinely drawn to each other, their bodies start syncing without either of them deciding to. Same posture. Matching pace of speech. Picking up a drink at almost the same moment. Watch closely at any table where 2 people actually like each other, and you will see it happening in real time, completely unplanned. This is not something you can fake convincingly for very long. It is one of the most honest signals the body gives because it happens below conscious control, which is exactly why it is worth noticing. Fact 3 made you think of someone. Drop a like. Subscribe to Dear Myra. We drop new videos every week on attraction and psychology. Fact 4. Loss aversion. Humans are wired to feel the pain of losing something almost twice as strongly as the pleasure of gaining it. That wiring does not turn off in dating. The moment something starts to feel slightly less guaranteed, slightly less available, her brain pays more attention to it, not less. This is not about playing games or disappearing on purpose. It is about not handing over guaranteed, unconditional access before any real connection exists. Scarcity does not create attraction out of nothing. It just stops her brain from taking you for granted before it has a reason to want you. Fact 5. Tone before words. Research on first impressions keeps finding the same thing. How something is said affects attraction more than what is actually said. A calm, unhurried tone reads as confidence whether or not the sentence itself is impressive. A rushed, high-pitched, over-explaining tone reads as nervous, even if the words are technically smooth. She is processing your tone before her brain has even finished processing your sentence. That is not shallow. It is just how the nervous system prioritizes information, speed and certainty over content. Fact 6. The mere exposure effect. Repeated, low-pressure contact increases liking, as long as the very first impression was not actively negative. This is the actual psychology behind why people slowly end up falling for a coworker or a friend they have known for months instead of someone flashy they met once. Every neutral, easy interaction is a small deposit. It is not as exciting to talk about as love at first sight, but it is, statistically, a far more reliable path to real attraction. Fact 7 is the one that actually predicts attraction better than almost anything else on this list. Keep watching. Fact 7. Humor as a signal. Across basically every culture studied, humor reads as a marker of intelligence and social confidence, not just entertainment. When she laughs at something you said genuinely, not politely, her brain is registering it as a small piece of evidence that you can think quickly and read a room well. That is why a well-timed joke can do more for attraction in 30 seconds than 10 minutes of listing your achievements. It is not about being the funniest person in the room. It is about proving briefly that your brain works. Here is what ties all 7 of these together. None of them are tricks. They are just how attraction actually works underneath the surface, whether either of you notices it happening or not. You cannot force chemistry and you should not try to. But you can stop accidentally working against your own attractiveness by over-explaining everything, by being available without limit, by talking fast out of nerves, by skipping the small repeated moments that quietly build real liking over time. Understand the psychology and you stop guessing. Subscribe to Dear Myra, and I will see you in the next one.